Just surviving, keep climbing the mountain. Even when I feel like dying, keep climbing the mountain.
Welcome, everyone, to the sold-out Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. It's the home of the Lakers, where we're broadcasting live today for 2K Sports. Along with our broadcast team of Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldrich, Kevin Harlan, I hope you'll join us in welcoming our very special guest to the broadcast tonight. The terrific, the legendary Kobe Bryant has put on a headset and placed himself in our broadcast position. Kobe, this is really terrific. Thank you for coming by.
No, I'm always happy to stop by.
So for the Lakers, their last game, a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland.
And the big problem, they got trigger happy. Shot a very low percentage from beyond the arc.
Well, the obvious solve is to go to the basket. I mean, there were some open lanes. They were just unwilling to take advantage of them.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, we know James Harden hits that step-back three a lot, and Mike D'Antoni says most coaches would think, okay, he hit a tough shot, live with it. That's some hard living, but it's one of the most lethal shots in the game. Kevin?
Yeah, with that pump fake, he can get to the free throw line too, D.A. There's just no answer. After 20 years in the NBA, Kobe, you were able to play with so many people. Who is most like you among guys you played with, who you would have said, this guy is like-minded? Like would Derek Fisher fit that category?
Yeah, D-Fish was tough.
Yeah.
D-Fish was tough. Adam Morrison, actually, believe it or not.
No.
Adam Morrison. We made practices, it
nice
drove
clean
us
game, huh?
because he was competitive in practice. I mean, he tried to play defense, but he couldn't move laterally with the athleticism that most players could. But he was competing hard every single day, man, and he had a lot of competitiveness
You
and
like
fire
that?
in him. Oh, yeah, my whole team was built like that. We had a lot of guys that were temperamental. A lot of temperamental guys that you look at and say, you know what? You're not going to win a championship with that group. And we sit back and we laugh to this day. Shannon Brown and I will get together and we'll talk about the old days. And we'll just look at each other and say, you know, can you believe you won a championship with a bunch of misfits?
But collectively, I guess, right, there was something that obviously worked.
Yeah, we're all crazy.
Yeah.
And so, you know, when you take a bunch of crazy and you focus it on one thing, it tends to work out.
There it is, yeah.
There it is.
Another ring.
Yeah.
Here's the starting group for Houston. The engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Ennis, and it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Excellent court awareness. James has always had terrific instincts as a playmaker.
Kobe, how important is it for young players to have mentors?
Oh, extremely important. I consider them the North Star. Right? They're always there to provide guidance and kind of a map of generally where you want to go, or the direction you want to go. And I always felt muses were important because if I could study them and see how they got to where they are, then it'll help me avoid some of the landmines that they may have stepped on and had to persevere through.
And gracious of you to become a mentor now for so many.
Well, it's part of the responsibility, I think, of giving back to the game, right? The game has given me so much. I've had great mentors in my life. And I feel like it's important to pay it forward.
Look at that. You have to love how James stayed calm. He doesn't let the shot clock get to him. Awesome at creating for himself.
And the dunk by Capella.
Look, he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays big.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Caldwell Pope kicks to LeBron. It's stolen by Capella. Here's Harden. The shot that time, not on target. And the Lakers take it the other way. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
And this game kicks off a 4-game season series between the two teams.
And it might not be the rivalry that a lot of the conference matchups are, but who knows? Maybe this is the year it heats up a little.
James, and that one clearly a foul, gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
For all those people waiting for LeBron to start showing his age, you might not want to start holding your breath. This man's got a lot of time left in this league.
This is his first free throw of the game.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
And he knocks down the first one.
And really no better leader in the NBA than LeBron. The closest thing to a player coach we've had in a long time.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Houston in the lead. Pass to Harden. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
The D doing everything they can to cut him off on his way to the hoop.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Rockets on top, up one. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And the Rockets came close, but Chris Paul still convinced this team has what it takes to win a title.
I'm in the wrong business if I didn't think we could win a title. I think we still got a lot of ways to go. We got a lot of work to do, but that's the fun thing about it right now, is to know that we're not there.
And his ability to stay positive, Greg, and stay at it, so admirable.
Yeah, and one of the best point guards of all time. You know he's hungry to break through and win a championship.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
Oh, yeah, this is how they squeezed out extra possessions and captured the early lead.
And so in the game for the Rockets. At the 4, it's Melo with Capella playing in the middle. The engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. And it's Gordon in at the 3 spot. Now here's LeBron. 26 points for him last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
It was his rebound that stood out even more than me. I mean, they could not keep him off the glass.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Paul. Coming off a terrific season, averaged about 18 points a game, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, anytime this club needs a basket, he's their go-to guy. Just an irrepressible, prolific scorer.
And the Lakers making a change here. Beasley's checked in, and the Rockets making a change here as well. Nene, he's checked in for Capella. Hart the pass to LeBron. Over Anthony. James, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
It's deflected.
Solid shot blocker in his position. Ball's limp, allows him to make a difference on this one.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Well, Kobe, I have to say it's been a real pleasure having you stop by our booth and spending some time with us for this game. Thanks again for coming by. I hope we can do it again.
We will, man. It's been a blast.
There he is, folks, the great Kobe Bryant. And you know, Chris, you and Kobe both playing from the same era of the NBA. He was sharing his thoughts about current trends in the league. Do you feel it's different from when you and Kobe both played?
Oh, definitely. I mean, when you look now, just defensively, when we came into the game, hand checking was allowed. Then after that, zones were allowed in the game. When we first came in, you think about the three-point line, or the best three-point shooters in the game. Maybe we're allowed to take 2 a game at that time. Now you see guys, they can let it fly 6 or 7 times, 10 or 12 times, 15 times. So I do think that the game has changed, but I just think that's great because the game has evolved. I love watching where these young players are playing and their skill sets now, and I can't wait to see where the game goes.
And Greg, another free agent this past summer was Chris Paul. Many unsure of what his plans might be, but he made them very clear in a hurry.
Paul signing very early in free agency with the Rockets. Huge 4-year deal worth $160 million. Rockets are in win-now mode, and we're willing to commit the money to Paul to give them a shot at winning a title in the next few seasons.
And Stevenson's checked in for Beasley. And a switch here also for Houston. Tucker's checked in. Clark kicks to James. Kuzma sets a screen. But they'll get another chance.
You can't lose James in these situations. He's fantastic at scoring when a screen is involved.
Outside Gordon. And the pass to Paul from 13. Second chance shot. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And even though, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor, but replays here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Rockets lead by 2. And a jet.
Carmelo, I know in this system communication is key. How did that impact tonight's game?
It's working right now. We got to fine-tune some things out there in the game, a couple minor mistakes, but we'll be all right. I feel good about tonight.
Yes, you guys were definitely in the flow. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fan. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Defensively, they did a great job of contesting shots and making things difficult.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You look at James, what a contribution.
And when everyone's keying on you, you have a choice. Become passive or just work that much harder. He consistently chooses the latter.
Well, that's the mentality of a true competitor. Some guys shrink in the face of a challenge. For him, it's what he plays for.
The Lakers trade.
Well, a high-octane offense in Houston, that's been a staple for any of Mike D'Antoni's teams. The Rockets, they do it a little differently. ISO ball, half court, threes, get out and run. They get buckets.
The 4 and 5 are the athletic duo of LeBron and McGee. Rondo and Caldwell Pope in the backcourt. And it's Ingram in at the small forward position. That's the Laker 5.
Leaping off the ground with such ease. Capella is exceptional with timing, how to finish these alley-oops.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. And the Rockets last season, second in the league in two-point percentage, but Chris last in the league in two-point attempts.
Can you believe it? I mean, they shot more threes than twos, actually. That's crazy. I mean, you might say, well, take it inside. Well, the Rockets are looking at points per shot. By that metric, they're threes neck and neck with the twos.
Paul against Rondo. To the middle. Tucker can't get it to go.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Rondo against Paul. Rondo passes to James. Over Ennis, and James gets it to go. James has got it all tied up now for the Lakers.
And finally, they fought themselves back to even the score. We've got a new ball game here now.
They've shown some character tonight. There was no quit in them, even when they were down big.
Last outing for the Rockets, it was a loss to the Pelicans.
Yeah, they gave up in that one. The defense constantly breaking down way too many times.
Yeah, I'm with you. Disgraceful performance and an issue that might be tricky to fix.
Paul against Rondo. Paul dishes to Harden. The Rockets with another miss.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Basket good. McGee's got his second basket of the game.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's Ennis, and Ennis slams it in.
Now, I've seen Paul make about 1 million of those passes over his career and never gets old.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Caldwell Pope kicks to LeBron. LeBron is doubled. Back to Caldwell Pope. 5 on the clock. And a miss there on the triple. Harden with it. Over Caldwell Pope. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Los Angeles on top. They lead by a bucket. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Rockets, they've got Chris Paul. Gordon is out there with Anthony. Then there's Gerald Green, and it's Chris in at the center filling out the middle. That shot off. Rockets trail. Outside Gordon. There's a screen by Chris. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Gordon missing. Ball against ball, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
Now the Rockets with it. Paul with the ball, now guarded by Ball. There's a screen by Chris. To tie it up, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Anthony's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Rockets. Ball kicks to James. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
There's no way to handle LeBron James inside. It's just not going to happen.
For Houston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. The 15-footer. Rebound the Lakers. Floats it up for James. Hammers the alley-oop through.
You love seeing James soar like an eagle. He's exceptional at rising up quickly for the alley-oop.
Chris throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. LeBron with another miss. For Houston, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Inside, they kick it out to Green. Paul with the ball, now guarded by Stevenson. Offensive rebound, Chris, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Chris has got the game tied up here for the Rockets.
You gotta give Chris props there. Although he's young, he isn't afraid of the moment.
Timeout called the Lakers. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Clint Capella.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, JaVale McGee's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Ingram comes in for Lance Stevenson. Contavious Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Josh Hart. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Ball. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Luke Walton was saying to the team. With this game in the balance, he really came after his guys. He said, this is our time. Right now, be in the moment with each other. Do your job, and I promise you we'll win this game. Back to you.
And stolen by James. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Ingram outside. It's good from beyond the arc.
The young fella, Ingram, playing with poise.
And it's the Rockets with the ball.
Clock's ticking. They got to get up a shot.
But even if they make it, you got to foul quick or this is over. It's a wrap.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
It's sad because the team relies on him to be a threat offensively. When he's rolling, that makes them a much more dynamic offense.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth, and that's an intentional foul.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Brandon Ingram.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
Well, think about the high ceiling that this kid Brandon Ingram has. I mean, and with his long arms, I mean, he could reach the rafters.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
A good lead gets even better with excellent work at the stripe.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're down by 7. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What's your take?
And this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole. It's hard to climb out of.
They can only blame themselves. A few missed opportunities, some miscues that they'd like to have back. It all adds up.
Nene, the pass to Ennis. There's Green with the 3. The Rockets again can't hit. Rondo against Carter Williams. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Yeah, that offense shifted into high gear. I love the attack mindset.
And so the Lakers take the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, LeBron. It's a season of peaks and valleys. Give me a snapshot of where you've been the last few games as a team.
We got better today. That's the most important thing. We got better. We didn't take a step backwards like we did in our last 2 games. So, we're happy about that.
On to the next one. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.